Hey, bonjour tout le monde, welcome back to Montreal Rides. For those that have been following me a long time, I used to have a UQi Plus e-bike edition, and it was banned in my province 2 years ago, and just last month I was able to trade in my old e-bike for a cake scooter. What have I done? Well, it's better than having this useless junk in people's backyards bouncing around left and right because I have no other place to store it. So this folds and it fits under my bed. So let's do an unboxing. While I do that, I'll go over some technical specifications. So the NIU KQi2 Pro has a top speed of 28 kilometers an hour. That's about 17 miles per hour. Has a maximum range of 40 kilometers. On paper, I haven't tested it yet. And the motor is 300 watts. It does have a peak of 600 watts, and it's the back wheel that drives. They say they can climb 15% slope grade, but I'm sure it slows down a lot, especially if you're on the heavier side. Battery capacity is 365 watt hours or 48 volt, 7.6 amp hour lithium ion. And it's part of it, you do not remove it, so you plug the whole thing into the wall. It takes about 5 to 7 hours to charge from 0 to 100, depending on depending on your region, the electricity is brought to you. And it's got 4 riding modes. So you have e-save, top speed of 15 kilometers an hour. You have sport mode, which the top speed is 28 kilometers an hour. You have custom mode, so if you set it up, it becomes available in your choices. So let's say 25 is too fast and 15 is too slow, then you can set it to, let's say, 20 kilometers an hour. And you also have pedestrian mode. So it's almost like walking. I don't know, maybe 4, 5, maximum 6 kilometers an hour. So it's good if you're in amongst the crowd, you can set it to pedestrian. It weighs about 18 kilos or 40 pounds, but it can take a max payload of 100 kilos or 220 pounds. I vary between 200 and 205, so I'm at the limit. 6 foot tall, and you've seen my shape on screen, so that's about 205 pounds. It has 10-inch tubeless tires, and the brakes, it's a front mechanical drum brake, so on the handlebar, and it also have rear regenerative braking, which is kind of like engine braking. So you can set the strength of your rear regenerative braking to none, weak, medium, high. So it'll slow down more the higher you set it, but it would regenerate electricity back into the battery with that engine braking. And it doesn't have any suspension, so you feel every crack. And it is water resistant but not waterproof, so don't go out in the rain. But if you happen to you're heading home and the rain starts, then finish your ride, it's fine. Just don't soak it into water. It's got a front halo LED light. The halo light is the typical NIU headlight, and a rear brake light, of course. It connects via Bluetooth to the NIU App for ride statistics, locking, and setting up your various custom settings. And it has a small LED dashboard display. So I forgot how hot a day it was, and I actually took a small break and changed clothing to something more breathable. So it's all unwrapped, leftover plastic thingy, and maximum load 100 kilos. That's what, 220 pounds? So I'm 200 pounds, I have to be careful. Now we have to connect these two things. It's like an old mouse and keyboard connection, like a PS1, PS2 computer connector. It's so small, it's hard to align. There you go. And push that in. Put this in. And now there should be a pack of screws somewhere. There it is. The assembly instructions don't say anything about this, so you have to kind of figure it out yourself, but that's fine. As long as you go with a bit of logic, it should be good. Here are the screws. This is what do they call it? Anyways, it's to help pump the tires. It looks like an Allen key wrench because the screws are all Allen key topped. Okay, we got 2 screws on the left, 2 screws on the right, but I have 6 screws. So because I have 6 screws, but there are 2 screw holes here, but there's no holes because the way the handlebar is positioned, I'm guessing that the thing we slide in it, the hole's on the other side. Good job, guys. But I mean, there's already 4 screws and it holds. And there's a little plastic protection here. There you go. So this thing is supposed to fold in. Gotta push it a bit further, and then it snaps into this thing here so that it doesn't take too much space. Still some plastic protectors. It's good, it means it's new. And then to lift it back up, press here, snap, snap, and there you go. So the only thing left for me to do now is to plug it in and go for a test ride. So it's going to take a few hours to charge, so I'll be back. So here we are, the first few meters. It says that for the first 200 meters I'm stuck in E mode, eco mode, E-save. So many names for the same thing. The lowest speeds, I'm stuck at 15 kilometers an hour. And yeah, I have to get used to positioning myself on this thing. I am tall, I have big feet, all that sort of stuff. And I'm used to having mirrors, which I don't have right now. So I have to be careful. But once I'm past 200 meters, I'll be able to gain some speed and feel a bit more confident, because the slow speed is making me wobble. I don't have the same balance skills, I guess you could say, or muscle memory. I'm just standing. The bars themselves, I'm 6 foot tall. The bars arrive at around, let's see. I have to make sure the camera's working, actually. I'm gonna stop on the side. Just make sure I actually turned on my GoPro and I'm not talking in nothing. Yeah, it's on. All right. Oops, kickstand. Okay. So while we wait for that 200 meters, I had some issues when I was assembling it. There's a connector that connects the handlebar to the main shaft, that connects it to the battery at the bottom, and the pins on that connector are very, very small. So when I first tried to connect it, I actually bent one of the pins. I was afraid I had to return it or something like that, right? Because I had to troubleshoot. I had to figure out what the problem was. Oh, the brakes are intense on this. I gotta get used to it. And so, yeah. After many hours of troubleshooting, disconnected the battery, plugged it back in for a hard reset. And then I had some clockwork tools, like little tiny screwdrivers for watches and small clocks, which I got from my granddad. Good thing I kept those. So I was able to get in there and reshape the pin a bit, and then when I finally tried it in, it worked. Let me take this back path. I was pretty happy. I was like, okay, no headache of figuring out how to return it to the dealership to tell them, oh, it wasn't my fault, or some weird thing like that. So I'm happy about that. And one of the things this is going to change is the fact that when I was on my old UQi Plus fake e-bike, I was able to go on bike paths. I explored the city in a different way than exploring it on the road. Taking the more woodsy areas and the scenic routes on the bike path. So this will allow me to do this again. And I guess another advantage is now I'm going to be standing up more often, which is great for my abs, my core. I'll say this like that, I'm not old, but I am old and out of shape. So this is going to help me out. I'm going to try to switch the mode after we cross this the street to see if I've already passed the 200 kilometers, because I should have at this point. Nothing's telling me I did, so we'll see. So let me do a quick stop here. Yes. Sport mode. 23, 24, 24, 25. Much better. What's it called? Gyroscope? The physical forces in nature are making sure that it's more steady because it's faster. Not bad. Not bad at all. I do feel overdressed, overprotected with my motorcycle helmet right now, but at the same time, it's got the camera mount on it. And a lot of the people that are serious about these electric kick scooters, they wear like elbow pads, knee pads, and a motorcycle helmet. Not just a little tiny bike helmet. Whatever, I do have a few bike helmets if I feel that it's too much at some point, or if I go alone without wanting to film. But yeah, getting used to it. You do feel the cracks more than on the scooter, but that's normal. The wheels are like, I don't know, very small. I made sure to pump them up to, it says between 45 and 50 psi. So I got them at 47, right in the middle. And also, I have, it seems to say 39 or 40 kilometers of range, which I thought it was less than that. The guy at the shop said 25, so I was like, oh, it's not really worth it. But 40 is kind of worth it. I could actually cross a lot of the island to make it to my mom's place on the other side of downtown in one charge. And all I'd have to do is bring the charger with me, which is pretty small and light compared to like the scooter charger. So just plug it in while I'm at my mom's place, and I'd be able to ride back and do it by using the bike path instead of the busy boulevard and highway service lanes. While we wait for this light to change, I took a couple snapshots of the app. I noticed it's a bit less stuff than on my scooter. But one of the things that they do have, which is interesting, is the customize my ride. And whoops, it allows me to change certain features. Like for example, right now I have to kick to be able to trigger which is a thumb throttle, but I have to kick it forward a bit to have already forward momentum before I can actually throttle. And I saw that you can actually turn that off so that I can just press the throttle and it's fine. And I saw that you can change the, what's it called, the regenerative braking. Now on a ride like the NIU, I don't know how it is elsewhere, but on my scooter, on the big one, the NQi GTS, you get, like when you brake, it sends some of that friction heat energy back into the motor. And also, when you're not throttling, it actually does like engine braking, but with the electric motor. Now, on this one, by default, it's off, so that when you release the throttle, you glide and slowly slow down. But you can change the force of the regenerative braking, weak, medium, strong, intense, so that when you release the throttle, it can, like, let's say you set it to intense, it'll drastically slow down when you don't hold the throttle, so you don't even have to press the brake lever. You just release the throttle and it starts braking, and that sends energy back to your battery. I know it's not a lot. Usually it's like, I know on my NQi GTS, the large one, if you brake often in a full 100% ride, then you probably regain 5% of the battery charge. So on this one, I don't know, it's much smaller, But at the same time, because it's smaller, maybe it recuperates more. It's difficult to say. So you get some back. And there's also, what else was there? Let me just turn on the phone with the app on it. There was a dynamic mode. I can customize my acceleration and maximum speed so that if I don't like 25 kilometers an hour, or let's say I'm giving it to a child and I want to limit it to like 20, let's say, kilometers an hour, I can do that via the phone. And there's an auto cruise feature, which could be interesting, where it's start moving forward, and after a few seconds, whatever speed it's at, if you release the throttle, then it will by itself, I have to kick a lot there, it will by itself enter cruise control. So no buttons to press, because there is only one button, the power button, which is also the select button. So that could be interesting, especially that I'm holding it down now with my thumb, and you know, it's constant pressure. Not the most comfortable thing. So cruise control could be interesting. And also, just like any NIU rides, when you reach 15% battery charge, to prevent excessive battery degradation of its overall lifetime, it drops in e-save in eco mode. So no more sport mode when you reach 15%. This allows the battery to drain slower, preventing damage, chemical damage to the lithium-ion battery. There's a bug in my helmet. I killed it, but I don't want more. So I don't know how much 20 kilometers is. All this has is 5 bars. Whoa. So, considering it's the first ride, I may I may overuse it the first time around and not have enough charge to get back home. But that is fine, because I walked it to where I started, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple. Like it's light. I just walk next to it, hold it with one hand. There's a bit of a hill, to see if we're able to climb that. How much it slows it down. 22 instead of 25. It's not the steepest hill, but it's still a hill. It's still doing its job. That's good. So what I'm going to do here is start heading back the other way, but first I'm going to change some of the modes. So let's see here. I want to deactivate kick to start. Connection failed. Was that why the Bluetooth icon was blinking? New firmware. That's probably why. There you go. So the Bluetooth is no longer blinking. So it updated the firmware. Not to 86%, 34 kilometers. That's not bad. It won't tell me how much distance I've done until I turn it off. So that it updates the riding data. I guess it takes a few minutes to happen. So let's turn it on. Device connected. Let's customize the ride again. I've deactivated the kick to start. Regenerative braking was off by default, but now it's weak by default, which is what it says it should be. So I guess that firmware update really made a difference. I don't need dynamic mode. After locking, you can unlock through the app. I can use the app to lock or unlock the bike, but let's activate cruise control. After maintaining the same speed for 5 seconds, cruise control will be activated. The vehicle will travel automatically at the speed until the brakes are applied. Okay. Oh, I just saw the data. So it took 14% to do about 3.5 kilometers. Yeah, that's okay. It's not as good as the NQi GTS when it comes to percentage per kilometer or kilometer per percentage. I'll make the calculations at a later time, but it takes more juice, and I am 200 pounds, and the limit on this thing is 220 pounds of carry capacity, so not the best thing in the world. So let's see, without kicking it to start, let's throttle. Okay, that's better. Because if you don't kick fast enough, you don't have enough forward momentum to activate the throttle if you don't have that, if you didn't deactivate the kick to start. So for me, that's good. And I'm going downhill, so that's a bad test. It prevents me from having to get off the scooter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm actually slowing down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. No, cruise control is still not working. I guess, I don't know. There's always something we're doing wrong. It's not explained as nicely as it should be. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. It's not my main ride, right? My main ride is my big moped. But I am getting used to it. My mother was like, "Are you gonna sell it, right?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got nothing else to go on bike paths, so why not? Why not keep it? It's useful. If I'm doing small groceries, going to the convenience store, the dep as we call it here. If I'm going to local friends nearby, that's like how far is he? Like 7 or 8 kilometers away. It's pretty handy." And I'm not wearing as much protection. I don't need my jacket. I'm wearing my riding gloves, just because these things, these handles, usually like it annoys the skin. I find it gets sticky, or especially if you're sweating in a hot day. It's that's why I'm wearing it. I'm hearing beeps here and there, but I don't know what they are. So maybe that beep was the cruise control. It is, although I am going downhill, but that beep I heard, it's more than 5 seconds. It's like a whole, what is it, 3 minutes or something? But I do not seem to be slowing down at all. We're on flat ground now, and I'm still going 28 kilometers an hour. Yes, cruise control. Just hold it until you hear the beep. Don't count to 5, just hear the beep. I'm counting right now in my head. Yeah, I got to like 15 and it's still no cruise control. Oh, whatever. Like I said, hold it until you hear the beep. There you go. There is a hum that I need to get used to. That's because when I'm riding my NQi, there's enough road noises that I don't actually hear my motor. But on this one, I'm not going fast enough to have wind in my ears, so I actually hear everything. There's a nice taste of weed around here. Someone's smoking a fatty. It is legal in this country. Whoops. Get on before you push the throttle. And I just noticed this the second time, because I'm on sport mode. If I'm not on it or barely on it, then I'm throttling full power, full throttle. I wheelie a bit. My front wheel actually gets off the ground. And I'm not the type of guy that does wheelies. I am too old and not in shape for wheelies and don't have enough balance to even attempt it, so it's kind of scary for me. Exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Let's find a little spot to stop. Just not on the main road here, because there's always a lot of bikers around, so I don't want to be in the way. Ooh. Basically gonna go back to that park I started at. I'm noticing that my Insta360 camera is kind of pointless. It's staring at my belly unless I angle it differently. Oh, one thing to note, it uses it comes with a, well, it doesn't come with it, I got it for free because I was exchanging it, a phone mount designed for this. There's only one problem. It squeezes sideways to hold your phone, and I have a Google Pixel 7, so if my volume control is over here, and it squeezes the volume down button. So if I want to put my phone on this, I won't be able to hear anything on my phone. I will always be muting it because I'm holding it. I'll see if I can adjust the, how do you put this, like damage the actual rubber on that side, so I can create a small hole or valley, allowing the phone to be tightened but the button to not be pressed, basically, and see if that changes it. And I got it for free, so it's not like I'm damaging any warranty thing. It works, it's sturdy, it's just not designed for my phone by default, so I've got to do some modifications for that. And I have to think like a cyclist and someone who's vulnerable and not use the main roadways that I do on my NQi. Alright, So like stop, wait for the light to change, continue the other way, etc, etc, etc. We got the sunset in the distance. Hopefully the GoPro is still capturing it. If not, I'll put some forward camera on the Insta. Got some colors in the distance there. Still getting used to starting. I have to make sure to like get on it before starting the throttle. I'm sure I'm going to do some mistakes often and have it fly off without me on it. I know I did it the first couple of times that I rode my UQi fake e-bike. Like within the first month. But that's what, 3-4 years ago. I've gotten used to actual throttles. Thumb throttles though, not the same thing. This guy was a bit close. He's supposed to give me 3 meters when he passes me. That's something I got to get used to. See, I'm putting weight in front when starting to make sure that the front wheel doesn't kick up. That should be a good idea. Putting the weight where it's needed to increase safety. I don't like the fact that I can't see my mirrors because I don't have any mirrors. Another thing to get used to. Let's stop here. Let's get in the park a bit. Is there? Wait, I don't want to go in the gravel yet, so let's avoid that for now. Until I'm fully satisfied, I don't want to test gravel. It's quick to get off, that's for sure. There it is, the NIU KQi2 Pro electric kick scooter. I think I'll keep it. I won't sell it. It serves its purpose. It doesn't take a lot of room. It's easy to bring up and down the stairs. Yeah, I like it. So, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, click down below. Je vous souhaite une bonne journée. Stay safe on the roads, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.